Hello everyone, I am a designer turned full-time reseller on Depop, Ebay, Poshmark, and Grailed, and this is what sold from October 8th to October 14th. In these videos, I don't go through all my sales for the week. I pick the 10 best or 10 most interesting sales that I think would be really helpful for other resellers to learn from. You can find me on all social media at Found by Phil, at Poshmark and Ebay and Instagram. I would love if you subscribe and liked this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. This week I sold 62 items and I made $1,664 after fees, which is better than average for me. My average sale price was $26.83, which is way better than average. Usually I'm doing like $19, $18 per sale. So I was really happy to see that my average sale price went up because that means less work shipping and more money coming in the door. I want to start with this first sale. This is a vintage Maggie Lawrence grandma sweater. I do really well with these vintage grandma, grandpa, chunky style sweaters. If you've watched some of my other What Sold This Week videos, you'll see that they're kind of my bread and butter styles. This sold on Depop. One thing I do like about Depop is there's not a lot of haggling that goes on, but this was negotiated down to $40. I had it listed at $49. I was fine to see it go for $40 because it was one of the first sweaters I had listed for the seasons. I paid $3.50 from the thrift store for this. After fees, I got $25.23. I do free shipping on Grailed, and I find that that's really the best way to do it. This grandma style does really well for me. Next up are these Fried Nora 16L pleated knee-high boots. These are an older heeled style. These sold on Poshmark for $43. I sent out that offer. I think there was a $4.99 shipping discount with this. I paid 75 cents from my storage unit for this. You'll hear me talk about this in my other videos and in this video. I did a bulk buy about a year ago, and that was a huge storage unit full of vintage and used and some new clothes. It was about 5,000 pieces, and that was a great purchase for me. I still have a ton of that left to list. So when you hear me mention my storage unit in this video, just know that's what I'm talking about. After fees, I got $31.94 for this. I'm pretty happy about that. I've had this style for a while, and this is an older fry style, so I was happy to see this go. Next up is this vintage Eddie Bauer grandpa cardigan sweater. This I sold on eBay for $40, and I sent that offer out. I paid $3.50 from the thrift store for this, and this was actually one I was considering keeping for myself, and then as I started pulling out my personal cardigans for fall, I was like, I should probably get rid of this. After fees, I got $33.81. Whenever I'm selling heavier weight items like this, I always like to look and see what the buyer is paying for shipping. So he ended up paying $15.81, which was a calculated fee. So I always take that into consideration when I'm doing offers, because I'm more likely to accept an offer if the shipping rate is pretty high, because I want to be able to work with the buyer. They'll be more likely to buy. Again, I could have gotten more for this. USA Eddie Bauer cardigans like this are pretty rare. I don't want to say rare, but people like them a lot. They're super high quality. So I probably could have gotten more in the $50, $60 range, but this takes up a lot of space. And I feel like the longer I would have held on to it, the more likely it was that I would have kept it for myself, which is a no-no. Next up is this Free People Olivia midi dress. This sold on Poshmark for $54, and this was an offer that I sent out. I did 20% off with $4.99 shipping. I paid $7.94 from a liquidation purchase for this. I got a ton of this style in many different sizes. So after fees, I made $40.74. And it's really funny with this style. I initially had this listed for like, I think $50 around there on eBay. And then I looked on Poshmark and saw what it was going for on Poshmark. And it was going for more in like the $89, $79 range. So I found that really interesting, just to see the price discrepancy between Poshmark and eBay for Free People, specifically for these midi dresses. So for me, I tend to target Free People for Poshmark and always check the comps on Poshmark and eBay. Sometimes I get stuck just doing eBay comps, so this was a reminder to check both. Next up is this Demeulemeester rolled cuff wide leg like skater work pant. These are super cool. They actually have a pocket at the knee, like a zip pocket, and this is a really heavyweight like duck fabric. This is the pinnacle of like 90s workwear inspired fashion. I would say it's late 90s, early Y2K. This style's really in right now, this wide leg skater grunge look. This sold on Poshmark for $54, and they actually didn't have a lot of likes on it, so I was happy to see it go. I had sent this offer, and I had been sitting on these. I paid $3.50 from the thrift store for this, and after fees, I got $40.74. You may notice a lot of what I'm saying is $3.50 for the thrift store. I average out all my thrifting cost of goods, so I really stay close to $3.50. Sometimes stuff is more, sometimes stuff is less, but at the end of the day, everything does average within a margin of error to $3.50. I just find that's easier for me to keep track of everything. I have over 1,350 units that are currently listed right now, so it's hard to keep track for sure. After fees, I got $40.74. Next